3, 2, 1.
Got a blast!
What is going on, my people? How is everybody doing and how is everybody feeling? And today, welcome back to another video. And in today's video, I'm going to be showing you all how to make an incredible prime Amar'e Stoudemire from the Phoenix Suns. Alright, so we're going to get right into it. Shout out to Cloud. Like I said, man, this man been helping me a lot with a lot of these builds on these current gen. Incredible. You know, it's a blessing when you have supporters that support you, that help you, and, you know, just provide some type of help or service to what you're trying to do. So we're going to get right into it. You already know. So Amar'e Stoudemire, first and last name, power forward, right hand, jersey number is 32. Also, he didn't go to college, which is kind of a blessing because when you're as skilled as Amar'e was, you can get drafted from high school. But he did have thoughts of going to Memphis. He was going to go to Memphis, but then he decided to just go straight to college. And because he skipped college, he was drafted directly into the NBA by the Phoenix Suns with the 9th overall pick in 2002. So that to me is absolutely incredible. So that's what we're going to put for right here. So on the height, we want to go with a 6'10". So 6'10" is going to give us access to the big man contact dunks. That's what we want to do. Then we're going to put that weight all the way down to 210. We ain't really worried about that too much. And then the wingspan, we're just going to leave it at 7'3". And you can go, actually, I will go build, honestly. Yeah, I will go build for this Amar'e Stoudemire build. Now we're going to start with the physical. So for the stamina, we're going all the way to a 90. I usually put 90 for everything on a lot of my builds. Vertical, we're going with an 80 vert. So that's going to be good. The strength, we're going with an 80 strength, of course. The acceleration, we're going to max that out at 70. And then for the speed, we're going to max this out at 77. So you see, the physicals are actually solid for a power forward, right? So could you play center with this build? Maybe. But you want to keep this build at power forward. You could also run this at small forward, and I'm going to show you why. Because, you know, certain times, you know, the game throws you at like a different position. So they'll put you, let's say you're power forward, they just randomly put you at small forward for whatever the reason is. But we still don't know the statistics behind, you know, how can you fully stay as a power forward? How can you fully stay as a center? But, you know, it is what it is. So for the defense is going to actually be strong, which was kind of shocking to me. So we're going to go 85 on our defensive rebound for silver rebound chaser. We also get access to box out beats on gold, silver brick wall, silver pogo stick. The offensive rebound is going to actually be good as well. So 80 right here. This right here is going to be solid. So Amar'e wasn't like a crazy elite rebounder. Like he wasn't like a, you know, a Dennis Rodman or like, you know, Ben Wallace or some great, you know, rebounders that we know, like a top 10 rebounder. But he can rebound though, you know what I mean? He can definitely get you 10 or even 15 rebounds depending on, you know, certain things. But yeah, you know, he was a solid rebounder. This is where the defense to me was shocking because 93 block on an Amar'e Stoudemire build to me is absolutely incredible. Like this right here is pretty darn good to have a 93 block on an Amar'e Stoudemire build. Of course, you get that anchor gold. You get chased down artists on Hall of Fame. What? That's actually dope. That's actually real dope. So then we're just gonna go 36 here. So this is the only place I see that the build takes a hit. Still, some people would say that they need still when they build, but does the build really take a hit when you're able to get access to silver interceptor and silver glove? So you don't even have to have a high steal rating, but you still get these two. So technically you don't take a hit in the steal department because you still get the badges. This build is going to be a great defending build. So look at this, 76, my people. That is insane. Like, it's one of the best power forwards that I've seen right now on the game. And then 90, my people. This build, I feel like I kind of wish I would have saw this or made this earlier, because I could have tried to make this on next gen. 90 interior defense, 70. Like, this is insane. Insane. And we're not even done with the build. Okay, so actually, okay, now I see where the build can definitely take a very tough hit at, and so this is where it's gonna be. Yes, I know, no pass accuracy, that's insane, but hey, this is how you get the shades of Amar'e. But I can see where this build is going, because it definitely is more of a dominant finishing with some shooting type of build. You know, I mean, I'm gonna be honest, like I said, I spoke about pass accuracy a lot. You can literally still make a simple pass. You might not be able to do break starters, but that's why you will have maybe a stretch big running with you that has a high pass, and he could be focused on doing that. So maybe your focus is not really being a primary rebounder. Your focus is more so being, you know, secondary rebounder, secondary, or not even a secondary, but like maybe like a fourth secondary playmaker. Like, you shouldn't be worried about playmaking with this build. The free throw is going to be great. We need this 85, because when you see the amount of finishing that we're going to have for this build, you're going to want a high free throw, because you're going to get fouled a lot. Then you're going to go 80. So we don't have the 3, but at least we got that 80 midi just to stretch the floor a little bit. It's like I said, it's good to run with a center that can shoot and has a high pass accuracy, so you don't have to really worry about that aspect of it. Post control, that's the only thing too that I thought was kind of interesting. So no post control, but we know Amar'e had good post control, so this one doesn't. But the standing dunk is going to be amazing. So 90 standing dunk gives us access to gold rise up. 93 driving dunk for a 6'10". Alright, gives us access to limitless takeoff, slithery, and gold posterizer. We're going 77 on our layup, and then the rest we're going to 90 on the finishing. So you can see this build is actually insane. 24, 11, 0, and 25. Like, this build has potential. From the defensive standpoint, that is insane. Alright, like I said, you got that little midi. Only thing you don't have, which is bad, is playmaking. That's the only thing you don't have. I mean, you have the bronze badges, but you're not even going to be able to use them because you don't have any badge points, but everything else is solid. This is the only thing that confused me. Like, how much do you need for slash and take? You have a 93 driving dunk. Why wouldn't you not have slash and take? I think I would have to edit this build to see how we can get slash and take. That don't make any sense. Why can't we get slash and take as a 6'10"? You know, that's weird. Very, very weird. But alright, well, I guess we could just go defending, so we can do paint intimidation, maybe some box out war, or see the future, something like that. But I'm just, yeah, I don't know. That's just kind of weird to me. With all that dunking and you don't got slash and take. Wow, that's weird. Alright, so we're gonna go continue. And as we can see, which is weird though, because we're supposed to have #1 shades of Amar'e Stoudemire. So I gotta look to see what did I do differently. So I checked, I don't know what was different from before. But when I first made this, I got #1 shades of Amar'e. And when I think about it, yeah, they probably said Jaren Jackson Jr. just based off the maybe the defense, but Jaren Jackson Jr. has a 3-point shot. You know what I mean? And his standing dunk and driving dunk is nothing compared to this. Like, yeah, it's not even of this caliber, but it is what it is. We still got Amar'e, so we're gonna rock out. So look, we don't have any post control, so I wouldn't really worry about that too much. Let's go with some bully, limitless takeoff. Let's go with some slithery. Now we do get access to all of these here. It's really up to you if you want to double core and finishing, but if you decide not to, then what you can do is core your posterizer and then go with like rise up, but you have options here. You definitely have options. You know, so it's just really up to you, but core this, then you could get rise up, or you could get fearless or something like that. It's just really up to you how you want to do that, but we could definitely go boom right here. Alright? The shooting, I think we should just go Midi Magician, something like that. This would be good. But if you core this, you'll have five badge points, and then you'll be able to get like blinded or something. We don't get playmaking. This is where it's at. Boom. Get some chase down. Some post lock. You have options here. Okay. But of course, we're coring this. We have to core our anchor to save 7, and then we could go like rebound chaser or brick wall. You know, it's really up to you how you want to do that. You could take off challenger, go something like this. You know what I mean? So you got options. So it's either you double core finishing or double core defending, and you'll be perfectly fine there. All right. So y'all let me know what y'all thought about this build, and until next time, much love.